In the NFT space, there are rug pulls, there are Discord hacks, and there are scams galore. And these scams just don't affect retail investors, so people like me and you that are minting projects, but they also affect other people as well, people that are also running the projects. I've got the guys from Metalizards here to talk to me about how they actually got scammed by someone impersonating me. Hey guys, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for the invitation.
So, can you guys give me a basic rundown about how it actually came about?
So, funny enough, Lizardo here had reached out to you about a week prior on Twitter, and ultimately a imposter. We know now in hindsight.
When I received the message from the scammer, we were thinking that it was the real because we messaged you before. And when we received the message, we automatically think that it was you sending the reply.
And the message read, "Hello, I'm Nate from NFT Nate, the YouTuber who creates NFT videos. You could check out my channel here. You have a great project, obviously smart, playing to our ego." And I was thinking if it would be possible to run a promotion for your project on our channel. My subscribers will get involved, obviously in line with exactly what any up and coming project is looking for.
So, what did the person say or do? Was their English quite good? Was it congruent with what you would imagine an influencer would be saying? What was their kind of approach like?
So you do have a good point, Nate. In reading over the message, the English could be considered semi-broken, but we ourselves are an international team. And at times when you are an international team of individuals and English is not your primary language, to actually pick up on that immediately.
Were there any red flags that kind of popped up along the way, or when did you kind of realize that it could possibly be a scam?
So ultimately, our colleague did respond to the messages. We were interested in engaging, and ultimately they reached out to us on Discord, where we continued the conversation. And if you go and evaluate his actual Discord username, you'll see right here, once you open that user's profile, there will be a small animation and a character that pops up that says, "Hey, I'm new to Discord." And that should be an immediate red flag, given you likely, Nate, are very old to Discord, and have a specific username.
So, how much was kind of sent over, and how did the transaction kind of work? So, people can hopefully get an idea of what could possibly happen when they're engaging with a scammer.
So they did reach out and they sent us their Ethereum address, which ultimately we'd paid them $1,500. A sum that in the grand scheme of things can be considered immaterial by a project like ours. Especially with the marketing budget that does exist. And I think the intention is to make it a sum that people will be willing to pay and excited to pay to be able to engage with an individual like yourself.
What I guess I want to applaud you guys for is actually kind of speaking up and saying something, because I'm sure there are people out there that have been scammed, and then they're kind of almost embarrassed and not wanting to say anything, which then kind of makes it very hard for people to actually learn from it. So I kind of applaud that. Where does that humility come from, and why do you guys want to kind of speak out about the scam that had actually happened?
Well, it's two-part. A big part of our project is actually eliminating the risk that you traditionally see in NFT projects. We built into our actual project is the ability to redeem your NFT back to us for the price you minted it for. So it's all about mitigating risk and supporting the community. In line with that, there's many people out there trying to push NFT projects, and we would not want them to get burned by an imposter Nate or any other person. I personally, in another project as well, fell victim to a similar type of scam. In this type of situation, they actually impersonated multiple people. A very well articulated social scam where I gave up another $2,000. So the intention really, it's not humility, it's the right thing to do. We wanted our community to be aware and everybody in the Ethereum, Solana, and NFT space.
So I guess this is kind of a good segue when you're talking about your sort of not wanting people to kind of get ripped off and scammed. And I guess this is a way to kind of shamelessly plug what your project is. What's the quick overview of the project?
On our end, we're 4,444 voxelated lizards, the meta lizards. The lizards themselves are deflationary in supply. And the way that really functions is you can always redeem the meta lizard back to us for the price that you minted it for. So there's really only upside in owning a meta lizard. The lizard itself it's not the main character like you see in most metaverses. Everybody's trying to make your main avatar. We're your companion. It's a pet that follows you around to help you express yourself. There are some tokenomics in addition to it. I don't want to shill too hard. There are breeding mechanisms to it, but it is really exciting.
So anyway, guys, thanks for coming on and giving a bit of insight into some of the scams that are actually in play in the NFT space, and some scams that people may not actually see firsthand because they are the retail investors.
We really appreciate you having us today.
Thank you so much.